Hey, I wanted to come to you today with a review, and I'm doing a crochet pattern review on the Bay Crochet Mosaic Bralette. And I found this pattern on Etsy, and it's for a bralette. So, once I started crocheting, I was really interested in wearables, and I really wanted to try to learn how to make all those cute crochet tops that you see people walking around with, the bralettes and stuff like that. And what I really like about this one is that the cups do not start with a magic circle. For some reason, that magic circle was giving me a hard time as a beginner. So, what I like about the cups in this pattern is that they start with a chain. And then from there, you just repeat, following the instructions in the pattern and following the sizing guide that they have in the pattern as well, because not everybody will use double crochet depending on their size, and the pattern lays that out as well. So I really do think that that pattern is a good one for beginners because it also teaches you about making increases. So in order for your cup to get bigger, you have to increase. So they teach you about a specific increase, which is right here in the middle of the cup, which is where you double crochet or single crochet depending on your size and increase from there. So you're learning a new technique, you're learning a new process as a newbie. And then as somebody that, is a veteran, oh, you're like, okay, this is easy. You get to see how someone else, constructs something. What I also like about this pattern is that there's no set size. So they do teach you about taking your own measurements and making items made to measure. That's something I really like about crochet in general, is that made to measure aspect. Another thing about this pattern is that they recommended a smaller weight yarn. But right now, as a beginner, I'm having a hard time controlling smaller yarns. So they're just still slippery in my hands and I just can't get a good grip on them. I'm still learning about tension. So I made mine with a weight 4 yarn. I used Big Twist, the Big Twist Twinkle for the main portion of the top. I'm not sure if you can see the twinkle in there. And I used Big Twist Twinkle in this portion as well. And the twinkle has a metallic fabric, or not metallic fabric, but a metallic thread that goes throughout it that gives it that twinkle aspect. I also used Big Twist, their hot pink color for the border of my squares. And speaking of those squares, so that's another cool thing about this pattern as a newbie, is that it teaches you about a type of granny square. And this type of granny square is called a willow square. And, as a beginner, I didn't think I could make something that looks so intricate and complicated. But once you get deep down into the pattern, they teach you the stitches behind it all. And honestly, it just starts with a chain, just like anything else. You start with a chain, create a slip knot. And as I was going through the instructions, I really liked how clear they were. And they also have videos on their YouTube that show them going through the steps. Another thing about the pattern is that the willow square is kind of like a standardized pattern. Like this is something that many people know how to do. So I also had the option, like if I was getting lost with the willow square, like, some people are visual learners, so I had to see someone else do it, then go back and read the pattern, and it just made more sense. So you can also find willow square patterns willow square instructions on YouTube. And what I also liked was that they did try to teach you how to make a cord as well. But for some reason, that cord instructions was not clicking for me. And I don't think it's the instructions themselves, but it's just something about that cord I just couldn't follow. So I just made mine I made mine thicker because I'm plus size. So I wanted to make sure that it didn't cut into my skin as I wore it. So I just made a double crochet chain. That's just what I did. And so I chained it and went back over it with double crochet. And I did that for all the corded options. What I also like about it is that it gives you instructions on how to attach pieces, how to piece together a top. So, it gave instructions on how to attach it to the cord. These are skills that you're going to take on to other projects. So that's what I like about this particular top as a beginner, is that it teaches you a lot of fundamental techniques. As for the cords, I'm pretty sure there was a better way to get them attached, but I was kind of in a rush because I wanted to wear this to a pool party and I wasn't done yet. So basically, I just kept going in and out, slip stitching it. The instructions probably had something better on how to attach it, but I didn't follow that. And so I just kept going in and out and slip stitching it, but it seems pretty secure. Personally, next time I'll probably try to sew them in there. This portion though is really secure because this was attached with the slip stitch, so that is pretty secure. What I would do different is I would take my time. That's the thing. If you want your project to come out, as best as it can the first time, take your time. So I was rushing through this project because I really wanted to wear it to a party. The project did give instructions on how to make these squares bigger. That is something I would do in the future. Either I would follow instructions on how to make these squares bigger, or I would follow instructions on how to make more squares, just to give myself some more room on the top. But it does fit, and I really like it. It really turned out really cute. I'll have some better pictures. I'll post them at the end. But yeah, it turned out really cute. I kind of wanted to make another one, or make another, make another summery type top. But it's getting close to fall, it's the middle of August, and I'm kind of a slow crocheter, so I think I might get started on my fall projects. But that's my review on the Mosaic Bralette by Bay Crochet. I give it a 10 out of 10 for newbies. So go ahead and try it if you want to make you a nice, quick, cute top and learn some different techniques in the meantime. All right, well, that's it. Talk to you later. Bye.